What's happening, AfterBuzzers? We're coming to you live from AfterBuzz Studios, but Raw is coming to you from Newark, where we finally find out the answer to the question, what is up? So stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, leave the memories alone, everybody.
What was this? Why?
And it's just like I said, why not? Why not? Guys, this is the Monday Night RAW after show right here on AfterBuzz TV. As you can see, Johnny LaQuasto is absent. He is on his way to Pakistan to do what he does, you know, doing fun dad stuff. But we're holding it down right here. We got an amazing, amazing squad for the RAW after show. You can find me online at TimeMatthewsPMA, but more importantly, next to me, you never see her right next to me. You can find
That's right, you never do.
Never. We're always on
Never.
opposite sides of the table. It's like Raw and SmackDown. It's an inter-table show tonight.
Yes, and welcome to the very first time of watching this show.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Guys, you can find her online at Markeia McCarty because she's Markeia McCarty.
Yes, it's MARKEIA MCCARTY. I'm sorry, I'm so upset over this whole Golden Truth thing.
It's been roughing your night up.
It's really upsetting.
It messed me up.
Man, you took a turn for the worse
I
earlier.
did.
You really...
I did after that happened.
Inconsolable.
I was so happy, and then I was just like, table flip.
Well, that voice, those lovely dulcet tones you just heard right there, he's at the far end of the table right now. He's an amazing, amazing comedian, sometimes known as the Cripple Threat. Because, guys,
pretty much all the time known as the Cripple Threat, actually.
he's Ryan Niemiller.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Messed it up.
This is awesome. Hi.
You had like a neck in there.
I'm going to be Johnny LaQuasto with better parking this week. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to try to do that.
I mean, you got to put that on. Sure, you got to TM.
So much TMs.
How can they find you on the social media?
Oh, you can find me all over the place. Twitter at CrippleThreat8. PSN and Xbox Live. I saw you pimping the out.
Absolutely.
I'm a big gamer.
Absolutely.
You can find me on the Instagrams, the gram, as the kids are calling
there
it.
There you go. So
CrippleThreat8.
Get some pictures. Get some pictures in your life.
There were 7 other Cripple Threads?
I have destroyed them all. And I have gained their power.
It's kind of like a Highlander thing.
Yeah, it's very much.
Well, guys, to Ryan's right, you might recognize him. He's a familiar face to the show. We're so excited to have him, as always, because he's Dale Rutledge.
Hey!
Yeah.
Sorry I talked before you introduced me.
Man, we're trying to bear the lead here.
We got excited.
Sorry.
We got
What's up,
Sweetheart
guys?
Dale back.
Always good to be
And
here.
as always, you can find him online at The Walking Dale.
That's right. And try not to fear the Walking Dead.
Don't fear The Walking Dale.
Oh,
Come
no.
October.
Too early.
Come October, we're going to change that. We're going to get that changed.
All right, let's talk about some Raw.
Let's talk about Raw comedy from Newark,
Yes.
New Jersey. And we start out with a little bit of news. See, General Manager Kurt Angle is out to explain. Thank you very much. Of course, Mark B. Donica on the ones and twos. How could I forget?
Hi, it's me. Just get back to the show.
Mark, you're my favorite. We're
love
going to
you,
talk about you for hours.
Thank you, man.
It's the Mark
Not
Donica
tonight.
after
No,
show.
don't do that. Cancel.
After Mark TV.
Cancel.
Mark
Kurt Angle's out to talk about the unfortunate news that our favorite monster among men has fallen upon some hard times. See, originally we thought he might be out for 4 to 8 weeks. That seems to not be the case. It turns out that his elbow, Braun Strowman's elbow, was completely shattered, and it looks like he might be missing up to 6 months of action.
Elbow of glass.
Oh boy, that's his one weakness.
Yes.
Roman Reigns found it out.
And he should have known because the children would call him elbow of glass.
Oh, there's a little glass
messed
elbow.
up tonight.
There's a little glass elbow.
Why do you think he
walking
started
around.
lifting weights? It was to defend himself
Yes.
against all those glass elbow taunts.
Yes.
Every part about him is country strong except for that elbow.
For the
Man.
That is.
I'm upset about this though, because this was so good. You know what happened? He flipped too many ambulances, and that's what it was.
Is
one
it
too
just
many?
weakened him. It
I
weakened
mean,
him up.
I guess it depends on your perspective.
Arguably, yes. But
Is one too many?
yeah.
I assume
That is obviously one too many. Like,
It's a real existential question.
when is too much too much?
But of course, with Braun Strowman out, we have to find out who will face Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. So, to that end, Kurt Angle makes a fatal 5-way match at Extreme Rules with Extreme Rules involving the following. That will be Seth Rollins taking on Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and the big dog himself, Roman Reigns. Oh boy. Always sneaks up on you.
I love it. I mean, this is what these guys should have been doing rather than going for the other title anyway.
Sure.
To try and make it matter while the main title is gone.
Right.
So I'm glad that they set this up. I have a question though. Do you think that Braun is truly gone for that long, or is that like an overestimate to surprise us?
I mean, it's important to note that everyone is saying up to 6 months.
Right.
So there's a chance it could be before then.
I see.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
We need PT Fun Dad back here to talk about it.
Right.
Packing for Pakistan.
I like this Fatal 5-Way, especially for Extreme Rules. I mean, it could get really good. It could get really good really quick.
Absolutely, and Extreme Rules is 3 weeks away, and we already got a lot of really good matches for it tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more for that now than there is for TakeOver that's happening on Saturday.
Right, that's true. It's true, exactly.
Let's get with it.
So Roman Reigns is out. He says, we don't need to have a Fatal 5-Way because I am the #1 contender.
Well,
he says, this is
fair
my yard.
presumptuous.
I'm the one that beat Taker at Mania. I'm the one that put Strowman in that ambulance. There's only one guy that can beat Brock Lesnar. That's a big dog. Well, Finn Balor had something to say about that.
Yes.
And really, it's a whole lot of interruptions from here on in. Like, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I'm just going to say everyone interrupts everyone.
I like that you're just paraphrasing all the
I mean,
entrances.
really,
I love it.
I've only got so many interruptions in me, guys. Everyone just interrupts everyone, one after the other. It ends with Bray Wyatt. All 5 of them come out. It ends with Bray Wyatt. They get some good one-liners out there. Go watch Raw if you want to hear what they have to say.
What do you need us for?
But it's,
Have a good night.
Bray Wyatt's out. Actually, Seth Rollins is the last one out. Because he says, you know what? New Jersey didn't come here for talking. They came here for fighting. And Samoa Joe, I came here to fight you. And then we get
and then they fought.
We get a melee.
Yeah.
We
There
get a
you go.
melee.
Yeah. Weren't there some suicide dives at the top, or
They're
am I
very-
just thinking
they're
of the
very well
rest
may
of
have
the
been.
night?
Balor
The rest
got his
of it.
dive on.
There's a
Yeah.
whole lot of internet controversy
Yeah.
right now
He got
over,
his
over diving.
dive
He got
on,
his
for sure.
dive in for all y'all Redditors out there. But yeah, we got a whole lot of fracas. I was trying to get that one.
There was a lot of ballyhoo.
when I can. A
There
lot of
There
ballyhoo.
was a ruckus.
Not so much pyro, but a little bit of ballyhoo. But backstage, Kurt Angle is flustered as all hell. You know what? We're gonna do this in the ring. He likes to settle things in the ring, not with talking, not with fighting outside of sanctioned matches. We're gonna make it happen in the ring. So he makes a first time ever match between Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt.
Isn't that crazy, by the way?
Right?
The whole Shields versus Wyatt thing went on for so long, and they never faced each other in a solo.
That's true. That's a good point. I hadn't thought
crazy.
about that. How much
Wow.
they interacted with each other's respective families.
Right.
We also get a rematch between Roman Reigns and Finn Balor, which, as you may remember, before his injury, Finn Balor got the Duke on
Yeah,
him.
Balor's first night.
Beat him
Pretty much.
clean
Yep.
on his
Did.
first night on Raw.
2 matches in that night, wasn't it? I think they had 2 matches.
Yeah,
that's
that
right.
was for the whoever qualified for the Universal title match,
Exactly.
I believe. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
And I remember being really surprised that Finn got that clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I felt
Oh.
tonight.
Right.
But the other way around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But whatever.
Indeed.
We've got one-on-one action. Jeff Hardy taking on Sheamus. We know that Sheamus and Cesaro are the #1 contenders, having won tag team turmoil. So we're gonna get these singles matches.
R.I.P. Tooth.
All right. Oh boy. Oh.
Did they have to slow motion the tooth just
It was just like,
floating into the
You gotta
abyss?
take advantage of those moments when you get them on camera.
It's true. Jeff was like, "You better make some money off of this
Back
Tooth
and to
situation."
the left. Oh, it was
kind
rough.
of like with Enzo when he had the concussion from the bottom row.
Oh,
they would
my
show that over and over
I think
and
that
over
gave
again.
me a minor concussion. it's so
That was
hard.
horrible.
Oh
Man.
boy, that was hard to watch. Just
Yeah.
that I always worry about that $1 million baby moment when people get too close to the ropes. That's exactly what it was.
Yuck.
But it's awesome stuff as always. Sheamus dominant on the outset. Jeff catches Sheamus off the top in a little bit of a stunner, almost a variant of a twist of fate, a little bit.
Yeah.
But then later on, Sheamus misses the brogue kick, gets hit with a proper twist of fate and a swanton bomb for Jeff Hardy to get the win.
Yeah. It doesn't feel, I don't know, this is a problem with still continuing this on, even though they're now heels now.
Sure.
In these one-on-ones, I get so bored in these one-on-ones a lot of times.
Right.
And
Right.
to do it again for another month, I'm like, I don't.
Just because one of their alignment is slightly
yeah,
different now.
like, can we have Sheamus versus Cesaro at this point? Like something
I mean,
mix it up
that's
where
gonna
it's like-
happen. Like eventually, like yeah, everyone fight everybody.
Everyone just, yeah.
Fight Maxwell.
Pair up with someone you've never wrestled before. That's your opponent for tonight.
I like that. Like Kurt Angle's like, your only allegiance is to me. Fight.
Just to see a maniacal dictator, Kurt Angle. I like that.
I brought in your mother. You must brogue kick her if you want to live.
I like it. Really shake things up.
It's really dark.
Really
It's
shake
really
things
dark.
up. But
Yeah.
so I assume next week we'll get Matt Hardy versus Cesaro, if logic is to be.
I guess so.
Believe.
I hope there's another like running knee kick in it.
Yeah, the brogue knee was interesting.
brogue
that he
knee.
does-
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
I think he was just a little scared to like do the full foot again,
I
just in
wonder.
case.
I
Just in
wonder.
case.
Jeff just comes
You
out wearing
know?
giant headgear protecting his mouth.
Little does he know it's going to be a tooth on a pole match coming up at Extreme Rules.
So next up, we've got women's action. Alicia Fox, accompanied by Noam Dar, taking on Sasha Banks.
I was happy that they did this.
Me
Ditto.
too.
I was
Ditto.
very happy.
Me too. Yeah. What'd you guys think of this match?
I was surprised by the outcome, that's for sure. I did not see
just
that coming.
clean in the
We'll
middle.
get to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Any screen time for Alicia Fox is great.
Love Fox.
in my
Right?
book. And for a division that's so small, they were just kind of squandering her for such a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I love her character work. Obviously,
Sure.
that's her strong point, so I get it. But to not have her do both, I didn't understand. So these past couple weeks have been very happy.
I have a very special connection to Alicia Fox.
Dude.
Yes.
I once saved her life in Terre Haute, Indiana, at a Starbucks.
Okay.
Her and Rosa Mendez came in, and a wasp started to come after them. I am terrified of wasps. I'm a little nervous talking to this microphone, quite frankly. It may come alive
very
and come
obvious
after me.
feeling
It's very-
around here.
all right,
Right.
we're cool. We're
Wait till
cool.
it buzzes, then you're in
Yes.
trouble.
Yeah.
But
jackets
I
and
pulled up my bravery, grabbed a napkin, and I killed that wasp. And they were like,
Wow.
I have never seen anyone do that. So I dated Alicia Fox
What
for 6
about-
years. That's not true.
That
but-
was you who she was tweeting
What a
about.
brave gentleman you are.
Absolutely. To this day, it's one of the coolest things I've ever done.
I imagine.
Nice.
Bad luck
And
with
I
your
have a
bees,
pretty
so.
cool life, everybody. I don't know if you know that.
There's a wasp nest
Oh.
building up right above my
Right there.
apartment door, and I am not happy about it.
Right.
Not,
I got you.
Not super stoked. I'm gonna. Yep.
You're my new Alicia Fox tie. You're,
Uh-oh.
That's what I was
Nice.
hoping for.
That's what we're going
That's what
for.
I was angling for, really.
Seriously, that's what he writes in his diary that Johnny and I read when he's not here.
So yeah, we got Alicia Fox taking on Sasha Banks. Sasha hits a big lifting knee strike. Alicia Fox hits the prettiest Northern Light suplex in the
It was
business.
so nice.
Absolutely.
I love how she can just get back to her feet.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
without even having to, like, this thing. She's just like, we're done. Okay, and I'm up now.
That bridge
Yeah.
is
So nice.
incomparable.
She makes it look very low effort on her part, and I'm like, I can't even do this.
Right.
So-
Sasha Banks goes for the bank statement. Alicia Fox dumps her out. Not quite so gracefully. I was a little worried about
I was
that
worried
spill.
too.
She hit hard.
You know?
Yeah.
And she sold it really well on the floor, too, because I was
Yeah.
like,
I don't know
That's
if you
not
know
bad.
this, but the apron is the hardest part of the ring. I don't know if you knew that.
I had
It's-
heard that.
There's
can't
some
remember-
rumblings.
I
It's
can't
very
remember
subtle.
where. I
Yeah,
can't
you
remember where I
You gotta
heard
really
that.
be listening.
you think they would say that occasionally, though.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would mention
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
You know, it's been a while since we've seen Ragdoll Sasha too. When you really think about it,
Right.
Yeah,
She's
that's
very
So
good
it's
at
like,
that.
She's she makes you terrified for her.
Right. But yeah, Alicia Fox hits the scissor kick, much to the delight of Booker T, and gets the win.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, I love me some Sasha, but it felt good to see Foxy win.
It did. It
it
Yeah.
absolutely did. Yep. And the announcer team can stop telling us that it was Booker's move. We know.
We got it.
We got it.
We got it.
Thank you.
If you
it
weren't
does
wa-
look familiar.
If you weren't watching Harlem Heat, you don't care anyway. So, next up, we got an Intercontinental title match. Dean Ambrose defending against The Miz. I love me some Miz music. I'll say that right now.
I missed
Yeah,
the
I-
blow up MIZ.
Man, the blow up awesome.
Oh, the awesome.
Awesome,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yep.
I love the stage picture of the two of them. Like Miz and Maurice, they were killing it when they were coming out. It's just like everything was picture perfect. And I hate PDAs, and I love that they do it.
Of course. Absolutely. At one point, I love that the Miz had that rebound lariat scouted. That Dean Ambrose goes for the clothesline.
You would think everyone would have that scouted
You would
at
really
this
think,
point.
like, as soon as they see him go, and then just get out of the
As he
ring.
starts doing like a cartoon pratfall, like he's like a Chevy chasing his way.
What?
I think it was last week that he came off the top. Bray Wyatt caught him with a punch coming off the top, and he kind of changed direction into the rebound. Like, all right, it's getting
That's
a little,
one way.
Right.
It's getting a little much now. But he catches the lariat into the skull crushing finale for a deep 2 count. Dean Ambrose goes up to the top, looks like he's going for a dive. Maurice is acting as a human shield, as she likes to
As
do.
she
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Was she acting like a human shield, or did Miz dive behind her? She's like, I got you, baby.
A little bit of both.
A little bit
you
of
know,
both,
You
yeah.
know, a little bit of both.
Fine line.
Column A, column B.
But Dean, Dean being Dean, Dean being Dino.
Right?
just dives anyway.
He don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll dive.
Yeah, I like how he was just so blatant with like, I will jump on you.
Yeah. It's like, you better
This is how this
move.
ends.
I'm just,
I'm
I'm gonna do this, and if you get hit, it's your own fault.
I'm coming at you, pie.
But eventually, Maurice gets on the apron for the distraction. The Miz goes for a big low blow, big China-esque low blow, and Dean Ambrose catches it.
That was a cool
Which
little
I
spot,
was
yeah.
actually really into this finish. He catches the low blow, turns around, looks him dead in the eye, gives him a low blow of his own, gets disqualified.
Just
And was angry about it.
Sure, and it was angry.
Was angry about it.
What do you mean I can't just kick him in his ball?
I looked him in the eye. I'm a gentleman.
Not like I was being sneaky about it.
But I hope this, but I do hope this doesn't change into like Dolph Ziggler versus Corbin when it was just like, okay, now it's just ball shot time.
Yeah. how many unique
More
genital crunches can we do?
Especially with Extreme Rules coming.
Right.
Oh.
The
It'll be
stipulations are.
It'll be an Iron Man match where the only way to get a fall is to hit a low blow
Yeah,
on your
be first ball busted match, something like that. Whoever has the first testicle contortion
Oh,
loses.
goodness.
I do not want to be the referee in that match. I can tell you that much.
Check him, ref.
But I liked it. We've seen so many weeks of Dean Ambrose just being kind of silly and goofy Dean, and this felt a little more like the crazy that he's supposed to be. You
Yeah,
know?
but it was still in character though. It was still like
Right.
the
Yeah.
fact that he was so over the top. Like, how dare you disqualify me?
Even when he held the belt up, he's like, well, I guess I won. I don't know. I got the belt. I'm like,
That's a
"Oh."
killer.
Yeah, he
Dean.
Sandlered his way
exactly
through.
how it That is exactly what he did.
So I don't know, a little much, but whatever. At least it's on character now. Now he's doing it 100% of the time, whereas he used to split it like, I'm a tough guy and I'm goofy and funny.
Right.
So now it's like,
And I'll squirt mustard and ketchup.
yeah, I keep him in my holster.
Exactly. I hate that we're not joking.
You have that big gallon hat on.
That's a real
Remember
thing,
that one?
guys. Go and look that up.
Yeah, I will be glad when Dean Ambrose and The Miz kind of runs its course and they pair Dean up with somebody bigger, because I feel like he's his best when he gets beat down so much and then he finds that berserker rage inside of himself.
Sure.
And then let the puppet out of the box kind of a
Right.
thing. But the puppet is Pennywise, that kind of a thing. So
I like it.
yeah.
Terrifying.
I bet a lot. That's a
So I'm looking
horrifying
forward to that.
visual.
After Extreme Rules, so I'll get around to that, hopefully.
I dig it. Backstage, Charlotte Caruso's with Finn Balor. They put over the WWE 24 special. That if you're not watching that and you're watching us, thank you very much. And Finn keeps it short and sweet. He says this might be Roman's yard, but it's my universe. And I like this kind of Russian nesting doll of the property that everyone owns, because it's Kurt Angle's show,
Yep.
but it's Roman's yard,
Yep.
but it's Bray's world,
Yep.
but
Oh.
it's Finn's universe.
Yeah.
And all of it's Samoa Joe's hammer space.
Exactly. He's everywhere. He's omniscient.
He is. That man hides in the shadows and corners.
Right? I don't know how people miss him.
Yeah, that is
I know.
true.
It keeps happening.
He's a big guy in shorts only. like you gotta know he's there, right? Like only shorts.
That catches your eye at some point.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure. Who knows?
Next out, we got the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, healing on a crowd like only she can.
Yes.
She calls Newark the sweat glands of America, calls them the poster children for failure.
And she shuts down that what chant real quick.
Every time.
Real
Every
quick.
time. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. She
Failure
says,
say what?
it's so good. It's so classic. It's such a classic
Oh
shutdown.
yeah, it's so old school.
And you can almost hear the crowd going, hey, wait, hang on. Wait.
I really want to what?
You know you're right.
What do we say now?
I'm gonna go back to school. You can see them rethink their life decisions at that moment. Thank you, Alexa.
She says when she came to Raw, she said she was going to beat 3 different women in one night. She did. She said she was going to win the Raw Women's title. She did. And if she had entered in Miss USA, she would have been walking out with that title as well.
You're welcome, Miss DC.
You are welcome. You know.
I'm into her 100%. So she
Absolutely.
she can pretty much say whatever.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with her.
It's good times. And then plus, just seeing how small that she is, and she just has a big old mouth on her, and I just love it.
Because not like Bayley is gigantic or anything.
No.
But she certainly looks it next to.
Exactly.
Bliss.
That brings Bayley out. She says, I don't quite agree with this whole goddess title that you're throwing around. There's only one title I care about, and that's the Raw Women's title. You know,
Yeah.
it's Bayley.
Yeah, solid babyface smack talk.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. But as she's towering over Alexa Bliss, she says that she's invoking her rematch clause at Extreme Rules to go after that women's title. Alexa says, you know what? Extreme Rules is about being extreme. I'm not talking about extreme hopscotch or extreme pogo sticking, which those are matches I'd like to.
Extreme pogo sticking sounds super dangerous.
Can we get that?
I can't pogo stick.
Kurt, can we make
Never
that happen?
tried.
Yeah,
Can we
like
make that
pogo
happen?
sticking on platforms and there's sharks or something.
there
I mean,
you
that's
go.
pretty extreme.
There you go.
I think.
So instead of jumping the shark, they're gonna pogo stick
They're
him.
gonna quite
If
literally.
anyone can, it's a
Can we
WWE.
get Winkler in on it?
Oh man.
She says Bayley will never get extreme, so be a good little girl and sit at the kiddie table. And that's enough for Bayley to just straight up attack her.
Didn't that seem a little out of character?
You know what? It did,
Yeah.
and you don't even need to get me started on heel ass Bayley.
Because we've had a
Because we
whole
talked about it
D&D
before.
conversation about this with
Yep.
alignment.
Yeah.
My point. Exactly.
Because it's a little strange because like Charlotte called her a lot worse and she didn't snap
Well, and
before then.
that's
You know,
the thing. Like for that to be the line that's like, okay, now you've gone too far.
I sit at the big table now. like she thought of like old Thanksgivings. Where she just lost her mind.
She's triggered by sitting at the kiddie table.
Like,
Oh man.
That's the only thing. There's gonna be a Thanksgiving turkey promo next year.
I'd watch that.
I like
Of course.
having like some flashback scenes with like ghost turkey.
Oh, just always in her dreams.
You sit at
It's
the
like in the
kids'
mirror,
table.
like Ultimate Warrior. Like that, but it's a
I like
turkey.
that a lot.
She had a bad flashback of hoping the gobbledygooker was like Sting.
No, it's the Undertaker's debut, right? It's
Hector
gonna be the
Guerrero.
Undertaker.
I guess the only thing I can think of is that like coming from Charlotte, she did Iron Woman with her and everything. So it's like that's kind of like, oh, okay, we're peers. I know I can beat you kind of a thing. But then like Alexa Bliss shows up, she's like, what is this?
Right.
Like, no, I want it. But in like a baby way. I'm a little bit too much heel to properly do that alignment.
No, you're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yep, you got it. Alexa Bliss fights back, gives her a guillotine across that metal rope, and gets a kendo stick from under the ring.
Which the tech crew needs to make sure is under there.
They
with
need
the
to make
tables
sure that that's there.
and the ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's-
never know.
that's how you set up the ring post.
Otherwise, you don't.
You can,
Look it up.
Well, buzz you later, everybody. Just gives. I liked it though. We've seen so many times people just like wearing the other person out with the kendo stick. This is one
Just
solid
one.
shot.
just one.
One solid
really
shot.
hard.
Really well placed.
Right in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just right between the shoulder blades. Just.
I'm just glad that she went under the ring for something. Like that felt great to me. It's like
Right.
that opens up like let the rest of them grab stuff on it. Let's see a fire extinguisher. It's like
Let's
Let's see a
specific
fire.
Let's see a fire
See an actual fire. Light them on fire.
light them on fire.
There's a lot of hairspray and stuff there. Light her on fire.
No, I'm just saying that the next time, Nia goes after somebody, Alexa grabs a fire extinguisher from under the ring.
Where was Nia? I feel like she
Yeah,
should
she
have
was-
popped up in
she was oddly
yeah.
missing.
situation.
She was.
Also,
She was in that hammer space. Forgot to came out.
her and Smojo are in an intense chess game, and it was her move.
So the kendo stick shot gets a lot of ECW chants, and Alexa Bliss stands tall. I was gonna say stands tall, but you guys know what I mean.
Did you make a crack about her height?
That was it. Completely
That was
on
it.
accident.
That was it.
That was the spirit of Kathy Kelly haunting the studio.
Shut up, Ty.
The Miz is backstage complaining to Kurt Angle, complaining that Dean Ambrose is making a mockery of the Intercontinental title, that it got disqualified on purpose just to keep that title. And so he demands that Kurt Angle make a match at Extreme Rules where the title can change hands on a disqualification. Yeah.
That's like, I like the stip, but like it doesn't like make the match extreme though. It
Well,
tries to prevent it from being.
It's kind of the opposite.
Yeah,
exactly.
right,
I was expecting Kurt Angle to say like, "Look, you won't have to worry about disqualifications because there's
There
going
are
to be
none."
no disqualifications."
Yeah.
Fight for me.
But no, he just gave
Fight for me.
he gave him exactly what he wanted, but then warned him to watch his tone.
Yeah. Like, don't you talk to me and get stuff that you want.
But it got him exactly what he wanted. Exactly.
Also remember he did, like, it was weird at the beginning of that segment too because it was implied he was talking to Sami Zayn. as well,
Oh, I
which
didn't
was
even-
very subtle.
Really?
Because he was like
On
on
the
the
phone.
phone talking. He was like, Sammy, I know you're doing good. Okay,
Oh,
I gotta go.
I didn't even catch
and then
that.
he hung up. Yeah, it was very
Nice.
subtle. So I don't know what it's.
Little bits of continuity. I like it. I like it a lot.
Alright.
Because wasn't there at one point, didn't Sammy get his number, or was that someone else?
I think so.
Something like that. Something
I
like
know
that.
Dean got that number.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
He
you go.
got that
Dean-
number.
Dean got that number.
Dean got that
and
number.
he
He
named-
got them
Of course he
digits.
did.
He named that July pay-per-view. That name that we shall not repeat.
Wait, what's that name?
Nothing.
What is
It
the
was
name?
formerly called Bad Blood. Maurice is yelling at Kurt
What's
Angle
it
in
called
French.
now?
Kurt Angle's yelling back in French. The Drifter comes along and does what he does, and he drifts.
I love
in
it.
front of them.
I've come up with the idea that the Drifter thinks he's a ghost.
Man, I would love that
Because
so
he has
much.
not interacted with anybody yet.
Nope.
They all talk to him, and he's just like, boom, boom.
He really thinks he's haunting every arena.
It's a Bruce Willis Sixth Sense kind of situation where,
Man.
but he's like the opposite. He knows he's dead, but no one else does. That's the thing. No one else knows he's dead yet.
Why is nobody looking at me? It's just
I'll
super.
play them another beautiful song. That'll get their attention.
I'm just gonna keep playing, and if they don't notice, I guess that's on them. And that's just his wrestling career.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You can't ruin my
Yeah.
art.
He drifts and
I like it. It's something that's gonna get over. Like it's already getting over. Just
I feel like
love
this
it.
week especially, the crowd really reacted to it pretty well.
I was surprised. I thought that this was gonna be the week that Kurt finally snapped and went like, "All right, dude, either wrestle or get the hell out of here. We can't keep letting you in the arena, in the backstage area, if you're not gonna wrestle."
Frankly, paying you and not wrestling is
It seems like a bad deal.
and then the Drifter's like, you can see me.
It's like
And then he
he's,
just disappears
he's just out of
into the-
phase.
Yeah, he just-
He thinks he's in an empty building.
Hides his face with a scarf and just creeps away.
His invisibility scarf, I think they'll call
That's
it.
what it is.
Invisibility
That's what it
scarf.
is. Next up, we got Cruiserweight action. Neville and TJP taking on the team of Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries. What'd you guys think?
That was pretty good.
I love these four guys.
Yeah.
There were some sweet moments in there. You know, love Gallagher's headbutt. I'm always a big fan.
Of
course,
yeah,
of course.
that headbutt gets me every time.
He was
I
getting
love
some
Nice.
good suplexes in there
Yeah.
too. Nice little overhead suplex. Nice
Yeah.
little power slam variation.
Has some good teamwork between him and Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. At one point, TJP avoids the double team from Aries and Gallagher. And then, as they're on the outside recovering, Jack Gallagher back body drops Austin Aries over the top rope onto them.
Yeah, he hit Neville
Yeah.
hard too. That was a
Teamwork. Exactly.
that was a bit of a rough landing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It looked good.
I kind of thought this would go to a three-way or a fatal four. I didn't expect this to stay just the two for this pay-per-view. I know they're building it up like, I'll get you your chance, but I
Right.
still thought that they would make that happen a little quicker because
Sure.
now it's just 3 pay-per-views
Yeah.
of the same match.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
interesting.
we're kind of following sort of the same beats in the story because it looks like on tomorrow on 205 Live it'll be Austin Aries versus TJP.
TJP, which,
Okay.
yeah.
right.
And it'll be good. And
It'll be great.
but it'll
It's
be
not
It'll always be
but
great.
it'll be interchangeable with the ones weeks ago. That's kind of the little bit of the problem with it.
Right,
They're good
right.
matches, but I don't remember what week
Right, exactly.
each one
Right.
happened
Exactly.
and stuff like that.
It's
so.
it's the thing that Dolph Ziggler always kind of falls into, where it's like, all right, you worked well this opponent. Let's get ready to see it 13 more times.
Yeah, I've loved all 600 matches with Kofi,
Right.
but which one was
The
which one's the best one? Like they're all good,
It
but
literally got to the point that I didn't recognize Baron Corbin unless Dolph Ziggler was standing next to him.
you thought they were a team actually. You know, like-
Something's missing. Eventually, Neville distracts Jack Gallagher. TJ capitalizes with the detonation kick for the win. Bayley's backstage. Kurt walks in, and you know what? Kurt wants to make her rematch a straight up, clean, no disqualification rematch.
No.
Which, once again, kind of ironic for Extreme
yeah,
Rules.
defeats
Yeah.
the purpose just
Yes.
slightly.
But Bayley points that out. She says she wants retribution for that kendo stick shot, for all the humiliation.
Because she's a face.
Exactly, exactly. She wants that retribution for everything that Alexa Bliss has put her through. So Kurt Angle says, you know what? We're going to have a kendo stick on a pole match.
Put it up on that pole.
I dig it.
Yeah.
It's been a long while since we've got a blank on a pole match before.
Yeah,
Yes.
but didn't Bayley look like a little disappointed? She was like, I wanna get my revenge. He's like, don't worry, I got just the thing. And it's like, a $5 gift certificate to Dairy Queen. It's like,
That's a good point.
I want it. No, I want it.
I'm gonna make you work really hard for it. You have to do some Ninja Warrior stuff first before you can get that revenge.
It was a little bit, it was a little bit anticlimactic, I think.
Yeah, a little.
You know, because if you think about it in the context of a kendo stick on a pole match, there's only so much kendo stick hitting that there can be, because the whole point is to get it.
The build is to get the
Get
stick,
it. They're gonna
not
spend the
to.
whole match getting
Not
to
to
it.
beat each other with it.
Right.
You know.
I mean, it'll be all right. I mean, it is what it is.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely it's more progress. I think
There's a potential for
It's
some
a
cool
small-
spots
it's a small step,
of
yeah.
really short Alexa Bliss trying to climb the pole, and
That's true.
there could be some really
That's a
good
good
stuff
point.
like that. They can work
Interesting.
some good stuff around that.
Or they could make it a golden kendo stick on top, and then just a bunch of kendo sticks in the ring.
What?
like that.
And the
Getting
gold
the
one
golden
somehow
snitch.
hurts double.
It's,
Yes.
it's covered. It's like legit 24 karat gold.
They grab it.
just in the shape of a kendo stick.
Wouldn't that make it soft though? You hit them and it's like the shape of their head.
It kind of just like
Could be.
like a cartoon. You can see her ponytail like around it.
Wait a second.
It just becomes an Acme, just a whole Looney Tunes cartoon.
Into it.
Make it happen, WWE.
That's it. Golden
Make it
kendo
happen.
stick. TM. Golden Truth's backstage. Our Truth's a little down about the Golden Truth coming up just so short in tag team turmoil.
Do you,
Yes, go on.
no.
Go on.
You think his dreams were shattered by this, or what do you think? How did he feel?
Dale, you're the absolute worst. Goldust gives him a pep talk, says, you know what, let's go out there, show Gallows and Anderson what's up.
He's like, "Where's that smile? Where's that smile, dude?
Give me a little smile.
Give me that smile.
Give me a little bit of a smile.
Show me that smile.
Show me that smile again."
Oh, it's a musical episode tonight.
I got so happy because I was like, "Oh, they're gonna go for
This
it."
is the
Right.
time.
You know,
Right,
this
right.
is the time. This is the now. We haven't really gotten to see a whole lot of them,
wait.
but this is
Well, wait.
yeah.
We'll get there. Because
I
we got
so happy.
Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns first. One-on-one action.
Wait, let's just skip that one and go to.
Let's get to the good stuff.
We have to be disappointed by this first.
That's true. That's a very good point. It's a very good point. I like the stalemate that was going on at the
Me
beginning of this
too.
match, you know? I think it's easy for the casual WWE fan to see someone like Finn Balor and you're like, who's he really going to beat?
Right.
So we need matches like this where he can
Yes.
hang with the big dogs.
Right.
The whole match was awesome. I mean, I think it was
Absolutely.
match of the night for me.
Sure.
For sure, hands down. But I don't know that finish.
Yeah.
It's just hard when you're leading into something that is all five of these people are equal competitors to each other,
Right.
and to have him lose clean.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like also Roman didn't need it.
No, well,
Roman
Well,
didn't
you can
need
argue that Roman never needs
You
it.
can argue
Yeah.
that
But,
Roman
you
really
know.
doesn't need a lot of wins. But I think it was to the point where it was already so much to give Finn one completely clean victory over Roman when he did get it that I think two might have been.
yeah, but that was so long ago.
And I feel,
Yeah.
because Balor was there for a cup of coffee the first time. Like
Right.
if he didn't mention it in the opening promo, I don't know if the casual
I don't
fan
think
would
that's
remember
true.
that
Exactly.
Balor
True.
even
That's very
pinned
true.
It's like that
Reigns,
was a
so-
whole original series ago, which I'm gonna watch.
And also, I mean, we're in the middle of a build. I mean, Balor hasn't really had a big thing still yet
Right.
from coming back. Like, he missed WrestleMania,
Right.
and they've been on this weird trajectory with him. He had the gender situation where he got knocked out.
Oh,
so
boy.
Not that that's his fault, but,
No, yeah.
it's just a lot of weird things. So you have this moment where you could really, truly say, we're making a big deal out of this guy.
Right.
He matters. But they just...
Yeah.
But I think to that point, them even putting him in contention for the Universal title and having him repeat that point of the fact that he never lost it, I think
Yeah.
is enough to go like, okay, he's a main event guy, even if he got shit knocked out of him by Jinder Mahal.
Just
Well, do you think
genderless.
because he lost clean? Do you think on the Fatal 5-Way that we're going to see the Demon then?
I mean, maybe that's a point
maybe
for the
that's
demon.
maybe
Sure.
that's the thing then.
Yeah. Or I mean,
I think they might save the demon for when he does the one-on-one with Bray.
I was
think
gonna say,
that's-
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be so.
Because I feel like the Demon may potentially get lost in the shuffle in a match with 4 other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to be, I mean, by nature, those matches are a bit of a cluster. It's not going to let it really shine.
Right.
I just hate it. That's all.
Yeah. But in this match,
the point I'm making.
in this match, I like that they were telling a good story that Roman is still feeling the effects of everything that he's gone through with Braun. He takes the hell out of that ring post with a shoulder, selling the bad ribs.
Yeah, there was a lot of good in the match. The match was great.
Good, yeah.
The drive-by into the post was really cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that was very nice.
The
I like that a lot.
the penalty kick that Finn Balor hit from the apron was really, really clean.
I love that move.
Absolutely.
That was
That
really
movie is
good.
great.
Me too, for sure. Eventually, Reigns hits kind of his own version of the Blue Thunder Bomb. I like that.
Yeah, kinda cool,
it was
again,
pretty
though.
solid
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Hits the Superman punch, goes for the spear. Finn kicks him to cut it off. Hits that just rocket launcher drop.
Oh, I
kick.
love that dropkick too.
Always good. Just looks like they're getting yanked back into the corner. Goes up top for the coup de grace. Gets knocked off the turnbuckles.
Oh, and that was messy.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
rough.
That was.
That could have pulled something.
Oh,
It did not land
I
it
hope
very
something
well.
didn't, come out somewhere for
He
him.
got his jimmies wrestled. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
His little Jimmy.
His little R-Truth. Look at R-Truth.
Archer's had a rough night. That's all I'm saying. He said,
Yeah, what's
him
the
and his
name of that
posse.
pay-per-view again?
Yeah, it used to be called Bad Blood. Roman Reigns hits a spear for the pin, pins him clean. So we'll see. We'll see where we go with this.
Yeah, we will.
It's all right, buddy. It's all right, man. We'll get you through it.
Sad tunnel of disappointment is where I'm going with it.
Bray Wyatt is in his smoky room, as he likes to be.
As he is, as is in his rider.
As he is wont to do.
It's in his rider. He has to have a smoke-filled room at all times.
He says this may be Angle's show, this may be Reigns' yard, but this is my world. Oh man, the music. Do I got to do the Bray? Do
Do you want to try?
All right, since J-Lo's out, since Fun Dad's in Pakistan, I'll take the spear of destiny and deliver it to the heart of the beast. And you will worship my name as I stand tall, your new Universal Champion. Seth, you claim to be an architect, the Kingslayer, but are you enough to slay the beast? Do you have what it takes to look evil in the eye and conquer it, or will you submit to your gutless instincts and run? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shao Kahn.
You got that.
Thank you. Shao Kahn's
There
in
you go.
studio, guys. We're gonna easy on the couch.
like that.
While I was listening to that promo, the first thing I thought of was, you're probably going to take the Spear of Destiny at Extreme Rules. You're definitely probably going to take it.
Unintentional foreshadowing. Charlie Cruz says backstage with Seth Rollins to rebut Bray's words. He says, after everything I've been through, Bray isn't going to be the guy that stands in my way. If anyone's going to slay the beast, it's going to be the man that slayed the king. A lot of slaying.
Last line.
Yes, Queen Slay.
Yes, queens.
You got to get that shirt.
I don't feel like he means it. That's my problem with him right now.
No, you don't think so?
Yeah.
I think he's just so interesting as a heel. I just don't know if he's feeling it right at this moment. I think the Triple H situation ended on such a high. And then he's another one. It's kind of like, I should go for this title.
Who
or
am I feuding with?
Maybe not this
Who do
title,
I
or-
hate?
Right.
I'm a good guy, though, guys.
Right. Hey,
You remember?
if one thing is for sure,
One thing's for sure.
you guys love me.
Maybe that's what I'm missing.
Exactly.
That is my Seth Rollins impression.
was pretty
That's
good.
That's all you got to do.
You got to really talk through your nose. Get those laughs in.
Yeah, it's just interesting. We have all of the Shield, but we don't have the Shield on Raw.
No, not
Just
just
like,
yet.
Yeah, I think they're holding that up.
You
They're,
gotta
Yeah.
really make that special.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know, right?
I wish we'd go back to his NXT gear, his weird like Egyptian themed gear. Do you guys
Yes.
remember that?
I do.
In the NXT title tournament, he had weird like short trunks with like pyramids and sphinxes on
You
them.
did not like that.
I loved it.
Did you?
I super loved it.
Huh.
It was really like
There may be some irony involved in my love of it, but I still loved it.
I really liked it. I wasn't sure why Egypt, but
Right,
there,
yeah.
it was cool
Okay.
colors.
I liked the blonde spot. I would prefer
Yeah,
to
there
get
you
rid
go.
of
The
that.
streak.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
At least I made him
Remember
stand out when you have his figure. Like, which guy is this? Sometimes it's like,
Right.
like black long hair. Okay, I guess.
So many guys with the long dark hair.
Yeah, my favorite of his was is it SummerSlam when John Stewart was there. He had that white and
Oh, the
gold.
White Ranger gear? Absolutely.
That was dope.
This big match whites. That's his
Big match white.
Big match whites.
That's true.
That's a big thing in wrestling. Is like when you got a big match, you got to get a white variant of the gear.
Yeah, Triple H did that with his boots a lot.
Oh, there
He
you
would
go.
do that all the
Exactly.
time, yeah.
Exactly. I love
I remember New Day did that. Was it WrestleMania when they went full?
They went Dragon Ball.
when they
Yeah, they went full
back
Dragon Ball.
in Dallas?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
When they came out of Big Box of Booty Guns?
God, I love
Which
that.
is all of our
that was a
dreams.
huge
It was,
rock
great.
band.
It was a great entrance. It was a great
That was
entrance.
fantastic.
It was awesome. They had rainbow-colored fireworks at this year's Mania. It was pretty amazing. But now it's time. The time that we were dreading all night. The Golden Truth is out.
Why?
For a match
Why
against
did
Gallows and
this
Anderson.
happen?
R-Truth asked Newark, what's up? And, well,
Well,
He found out.
there was the,
Well-
they did the lyrics and there was the bouncing head again and it was all good and happy. Everybody's feeling it. They had, hey, the kids are dancing and
Then there was only one bouncing head after that. Freaking Rollins!
they had to give that bouncing head a proper send-off. A Vikings funeral, if you will.
As it were.
True.
I liked
man.
it though. I mean,
I felt hurt.
I
felt hurt inside.
that's why I like it worked. That's why I liked it. I like that you were hurt. I like when you're sad. That's what I like.
I like to see suffering.
No, but I
really
liked
made
it.
it for me.
It was one of those moments, and again, it's not like they've been pushed to the moon. It's like this, but like it was a moment where you had a legit, like I remember, like you gasped, like we both kind of went like, oh,
Me too.
oh,
Right.
okay, I did not see that coming. Legitimately.
After seeing their promo earlier in the night, I thought it was going to be Truth that turned on Goldust, actually.
Oh,
I thought
You
there
did
were...
not see a turn.
I 100%
You
did,
did?
absolutely.
Oh,
Because
you would, Ty.
the way that Goldust
so untrusting.
The way that
he thinks
Goldust
everyone's
was-
gonna turn.
the way that Goldust was trying to kind of cheer him up and give him this pep talk and stuff, it sounded like
Like,
Truth
I don't
was-
need it.
He was kind of turning to the dark side a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
I was
just-
not suspecting it at all.
No?
But I'm usually
I
a
wasn't.
sucker. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very face value with wrestling.
I've been grifting him out of money all day with the ball and the cup trick. Like he's very,
The con is on.
very naive.
Man. It's just when I was seeing the backstage, I was remembering like when Goldust was courting R-Truth and everything. Like here's pizza, here's a sandwich.
And then the
shoot you on your
counter
foot.
courting like the
Yeah.
other way.
Right.
It went on for like 6 years.
It was
Yeah.
very
It was
long.
a lot of
It
courting.
does.
There was a lot of courting.
It does seem like they've been teaming a lot longer than I think they actually have.
Yeah,
Right?
they've been teaming for 3 weeks officially, but they have had a very long engagement period of 19 years
Man.
in the business.
They had that sweet stepbrothers shirt.
They did. That was
You guys
awesome.
remember that shirt?
Absolutely.
So weird. But yeah, Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Goldust beats down R-Truth, throws him outside, tosses him into the barricade, tosses him back into the ring, beats him down some more, and says, "That's what's up."
If they follow it, it was like I like heel Goldust. I think
Right?
it's
Yeah.
Heel
I liked-
Goldust is incredible. When he debuted, he was such a compelling character.
so awesome.
Yeah.
But it's just like Goldust didn't lose a whole bunch of fights for R-Truth before. I mean, I know it was like the #1 contender for, the tag. Okay, I guess I kind of see why. That's a pretty
They got
big
that
deal.
close.
They were that close, and R-Truth. Oh man.
But
And unless they were going to do something with them, I mean, it seems like they're resetting a lot of people nowadays, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
unless they really were going to do something with these two, and I thought last week that this was going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when Primo and Epico went over to SmackDown and they
Yeah,
got to push.
They're
all of a sudden,
legit.
and
Yeah,
gender. Gender
they're
as
not
well,
selling
you know?
timeshares. Weird.
They do that as a side business now.
Yeah,
Like it's
actually, the website finally launched, so they don't have to double dip.
It's all
There you
automated.
go.
It's a lot of retweeting and it's
They didn't have to hand out physical pamphlets
Exactly.
anymore.
They didn't have to actually go down to peers and like, do you want to? It's like street grifting.
They've gone paperless.
So last week I thought they had a chance, and then I thought maybe they would continue this week. I'm like, well, yeah, this could be a thing. I did not see it coming at all, and it definitely, I did gasp.
Yeah, it got me.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
It was basically
But
it for me.
I'm happy for it though, because
Yeah.
they are, if they aren't going to do something with them, they are pretty stale as far as just being
Biggest
like,
team.
we're going to do the butt joke.
They've kind
Bye.
of done, they've kind of done all they could do. Like, I think it passed the point of, kind of shit or get off the pot, really.
Yeah.
as far as pushing
Their
them.
best
Right.
comedy bits are behind them. I
Sure.
think, as far as
Sure.
Pokemon Go isn't as popular.
yeah.
Man, I forgot about that.
They've done some recent updates though, so they
So
can
there you
really,
go.
they can really
They can bring that
There
skit
you
back. So if we're to believe that this is leading to a match at Extreme Rules, what do we think the stipulation might be?
Oh.
Golden paint on a pole match.
Where they actually have to paint the pole gold. Whoever paints the most part of the pole gold.
They have to pick out the right swatch.
Or they'll put little Jimmy in a shark cage and hang him above the ring.
God,
That actually would be fantastic.
I would love that
That
so
would be
much.
amazing.
That would be pretty
Truth's
great.
really nervous the whole time for him.
Keep
little
checking on
Jimmy,
him.
like, you all right?
He's just a kid.
Throw down the rope. Throw down the rope.
So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It could just be a straight up, maybe
Street fight,
false
maybe.
count anywhere,
Yeah.
something
And,
like
it
that.
might just be a pre-show match if they even do it.
I
there,
mean,
and
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
it
I
might do
remember,
that.
honestly, sometimes with WWE, it could be they have a match next week and then it's done.
Right.
Potentially
right,
as well,
right,
which I
right.
hope not, because I think
But
there's a little.
if it could still have a stipulation if it's on the pre-show. If I remember correctly, WLC was on the
WLC was
pre-show,
pre-show.
a couple years ago.
And amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
WLC.
so much fun.
WLC was so good.
Man.
I remember I talked to Hornswoggle right after that, and I said, it was an awesome match. He's like, yeah, I went to the back, and I was like, follow that up.
Boys always
oh.
like it when you do that.
Yeah, I'm like, that seems like a good camaraderie to have with everyone.
I guess what it is that I miss my babyface tag team now, because had New
Yeah.
Day, and it's like New Day was so baby that
Right.
even when they weren't baby, it was still like, I'll stop playing.
Right.
kind of a thing.
Excuse
So I
me,
guess-
it's Enzo and Cass, and then the
Enzo and
Hardys.
Cass. Enzo, Cass, and the
Heath Slater and
Hardys.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Slater and
right.
Rhino.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He's got kids.
Yeah, but he's got kids.
I
so-
need this job. I
that's why
got
he wasn't there.
kids.
That's why he wasn't there
on the
tonight. He's got
show.
kids. Babysitter fell through. His wife had to go into work. She
Just
was
hanging out in the above ground pool, just floating around, watching Raw.
He's watching.
Best draft ever.
I'm collecting a paycheck. So yeah. So we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, indeed.
Speaking of the tag team scene, we got Enzo and Cass out. Enzo says, "I'm the Michael Jordan of jargon, and I was grown right here in the state they call the Garden."
Doesn't rhyme, but okay.
I mean, it's like a slant rhyme, I guess.
rhyme,
Jargon,
alright.
jargon and garden are close enough. But
Sure.
before he can go any further with words that may or may not rhyme, Titus O'Neil's out. The Titus brand, baby.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
I liked this intro from
Dude,
him.
I love his version of the Enzo shtick, where he says, "What does he say? Everybody in the stands, get up and clap your hands
That
for
rhymes,
the Titus brand."
by the way.
That was 3 rhymes even.
Yeah, I
There
love
you
that
go.
you can't teach that he did too, because he couldn't just do it with just his hand. Like his whole body shifted 6 feet.
It was a lot of
But
motion.
like he was on a rocky boat.
His version
There
of
was
the
rough
Enzo,
seas.
his version of the Enzo shuffle as well was pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah.
God,
Especially in those dress pants.
Of course. that
Yeah.
$3,100 suit.
There you go.
Very specific, and the $1,200 shoes.
Exactly.
Shoes were separate.
He's got a TED Talk coming up even.
Is that true?
It might be. It seems so
might be.
specific.
Yeah, very specific.
It was.
He
It's gonna be on May 20th at
He
UCLA.
actually
UCLA.
does a lot of stuff for charity, so that's
No, I
that's
know,
a
I just wasn't sure.
possibility.
It's the Titus
Yeah.
brand,
Yeah.
baby.
Good for
Titus
him.
brand. And he says Apollo's gonna beat Enzo down tonight.
Titus, no.
And then Big Cass clarifies, corrects him, says actually, it's not gonna be Apollo and Enzo. It's gonna be me and you.
Yeah.
How did Titus mess that up?
I was literally on my way here. I was just thinking about what that would look like. Like, no, Titus, you've got a match. He's like, no,
Cruz,
man, I don't-
you got this.
I don't use Tinder anymore. No, you have
Oh,
a match.
no.
You have a match tonight.
Like a literal.
An actual a wrestling competition. Yeah, that's right. I'll get Apollo. I'll get him ready.
Yeah, it was just
Man.
very...
Sure, yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Because
But
that
it-
leads me to believe that every week Titus relies on Apollo to tell Titus what he's doing that week. Because otherwise, why would he not know?
Yeah.
What he...
And he ain't had a,
Wrestling's fun. I love it.
I love it. I love it. And then we
It is,
see
it's fun.
during his whole kind of trash talking on the ramp, we see Apollo sort of trying to calm him down and get him to be cool.
It was funny how inverse this situation was of Enzo and Cass. Like to see Apollo being shorter, being the calmer one.
Oh,
and,
right.
and then you
Yeah,
have
like
big ol'
the size picture was
yeah,
very
it
cool.
was just really like
Right.
yin and yang funny for me. But yeah, I don't know. I liked Apollo, so we were debating about Apollo.
Yes. So the match itself starts. Titus gets a couple shots in, takes his belt off, looks like he's gonna give Cass a whooping, gets distracted by Enzo, eats a big boot for the loss.
He takes a good big boot, too.
Takes a great big boot.
Titus gets destroyed by those boots.
Love those boots.
The biggest boots.
The biggest of the boots. Big's boots. That's the plural.
Cacti Jack from yesterday.
After the match, Enzo decides to have a little fun, tries to be a little cheeky, wants to take a selfie with Apollo. And Apollo says, nope, gives him a kick right to the back of the head for trying to take a selfie.
You think Enzo would learn by this point? You don't make fun after the match because then you're gonna have somebody's foot in your face.
Mm-hmm. Or on the back of your head.
Yeah.
See, I thought he was trying to take a selfie with Titus laying on the mat.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
I
No,
think
he
he might
was.
have been. He might
It
have
was
been.
angled up like.
I think Apollo was like defending, like, man, leave him alone. He already got him on the ground. So
He's like, "What you doing,
I
man?"
didn't find it to be a heel move.
Come on, Dale.
I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I think it was
Right.
pretty.
I'll decide if it's
Like,
respectful.
with-
Like, go ahead.
With how
No,
much...
I've already told you that you will respect me. We've been over this. So.
With how much trash Titus has talked and how much Apollo has just been like smiles and happy to be here, for him to kick one of the company's top baby faces in the back of his head after the match has ended, just for taking a selfie.
But then why start it there? Why be so like, you need to calm down? Like, well, we're going down the ramp.
to
like
swerve
he's being-
people.
That's a
You know,
lame
you know how
swerve if
people,
that's the
you
way
know
it
how they
is.
set up people's expectations and then they subvert them.
Remember
Nah.
what happened with Gold Dust?
In our
Why,
exactly.
Goldust?
This is you getting swerved again.
It's like glitter on the wound. Don't make it up.
This is a perfect example of you getting swerved
don't
again.
think
It's
so.
okay, Dale. I agree with you. I think it was more of a case of Enzo, writing a check and his ass had to cash it. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a heel thing.
Yeah.
It's just
He attacked
that
him from behind after the match.
Yeah,
But-
right in the back of his
fact,
head.
attacked him from behind after the match to defend the guy that everyone hates the most on the brand.
All right.
I cannot imagine how that's like. I'm still just happy to be here.
Next he just
Big smiles, everybody.
Sorry, I kicked your skull. Sorry, mister.
I just really hate selfies.
I think a lot of people would kick Enzo if given the chance, though. So I don't know if it's necessarily a heel move.
That is a good point.
But the
That
fact
is a good
remains that
point.
the entire WWE universe loves him. He is beloved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody in that arena would do it.
Well, I don't know. You're still wrong, but it's cool.
Throw this mic.
We'll agree to disagree as long as you agree that I'm right.
As
That's
long
all,
as
that's all I'm gonna
Respectfully
say.
disagree.
We'll see what happens next week, and you'll be eating your hat next week.
Yeah, he can be a heel next week, but that doesn't make it any different what he did this week.
If he is a heel
makes
next
it
week, you
pretty
better tell me
blatant.
I'm right. You better tell me I'm right.
Respectfully disagree. You jerk.
You're an idiot. I respectfully disagree.
Main event time. We got one-on-one. The first time ever, anywhere, ever. Maybe in FCW. I don't know. First time ever. Seth Rollins taking on Bray Wyatt one-on-one. What did y'all think?
Okay, so this had a dirty finish. I'm just skipping to the end because it's another part. It goes back to my earlier point of
Right.
like, if there is a dirty finish, why this one? though?
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like these guys don't have as much to lose because they both have been here for a while doing a thing. Certainly, they don't care if Bray Wyatt freaking loses.
Right. We've
Yes.
seen that.
No, we've seen that
He's got a
time
nice
and time
career with
again.
his magic tricks, so he's gonna be all right.
He's gonna make bugs appear on the ring again. Bugs.
Dot, dot.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
I mean, it was a fine match, and I mean, it makes sense storyline wise to have Joe come into it, but I just
Yes.
feel like
Coming out of that hammer space again.
coming out of
He
that
did.
man's face.
Doing what he
Popping
do.
right out. He
So,
was just
He's always
there.
in full sprint too. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Too. Like he's
It's like,
like
you motherfucker.
just a.
He's always in full sprint and slightly damp.
Messing up my
It was
chest game.
raining in the space.
Big ol' soggy boy.
So
But,
it's just, I don't
yeah.
know, when we're having a thing where the five guys are heading into this one thing, and
Right.
then now this one ends dirty, so everybody's cool, but then the other two, we know who definitely came out better in that one.
yeah.
Only Finn looks bad of the five.
Of the five
For
today.
this evening.
Right.
On his special
Interesting.
day.
On his special freaking day.
Special day.
What is
Oh, the star of 24, apparently.
The Star of 24 Legacy.
when he finds out that Kiefer Sutherland's his dad. Like, that's what he found out today.
I just don't get it. That's all. I just don't get it storytelling wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it. I see. If it were to have a clean finish, who would you have go over?
Whew, I mean, me personally, Bray.
Bray?
Sure.
I want
Sure.
I want Bray to have.
But to be
like
fair,
already.
Bray was the one standing over all the bodies
Yeah,
at the
he
end of the
ended
show.
up-
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Sure.
he got his own in.
He
got
hit a
his
pair
own
of
in
sisters
tonight.
Abigail.
Or if you're going to have
Yes.
Finn lose,
he
then...
broke out the twins.
He did, yeah, he did. The unknown twin.
Yes.
Plot twist. So yeah, if you're gonna do that kind of dirty finish, then why not have Finn come out and help the faces?
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that
he didn't even
situation,
show.
or
Yeah,
whatever.
he was nowhere. Because he's got an issue with Bray. Like, he should be.
Absolutely, exactly.
One to-
Yeah.
I don't know.
McMahon.
I feel like there's been a big pin put in that we're only gonna revisit once this all has
Yeah, it's
been
done,
resolved.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what, kind of to your point, though, that's what makes it so frustrating with Finn, because of the 5, he feels the least like grounded in anything right now.
Right.
Where he needs it the most.
The
You,
stakes
you,
are the
you know
highest.
you know what Roman's character is. You know what Seth's about. You know what Joe's about. They established that really quick.
Right.
But,
Which is
but
why they're gonna
Finn-
bust out the demon.
And right. Well,
Which
that's
is why they have to.
But that's the thing. I think there has to be something to human Finn. Like we don't have we don't
Human
have,
Finn can't take this. He needs the demon.
we don't know that much about human Finn outside of like he wears a sweet leather jacket to the ring, and I guess that's why we get 24.
He's got
Right.
some bomb intro music.
He
too.
does. Oh my God, the music's
So
awesome, and it goes
solid.
really great with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme, as we've seen. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, but to your point of a cup of coffee for his time in the main roster, it's like if you don't know Finn, also,
Right.
I mean, this is what you know is the past 3
Exactly.
weeks.
If you happen to have come on board during that whole time that he was on the shelf,
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's the thing too that we sometimes forget as like we're wrestling fans,
Right.
So we know Finn's history. We know he's a big deal.
But if you
Yeah.
came in for
A,
the Goldberg,
a casual WWE fan has no reason to care about him yet. Really, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
they don't.
So many of the guys at my gym are watching because Goldberg came back. You know
Oh,
what I
wow,
mean? So like
really?
there was
Really?
a huge influx. Now I'm on the East Coast, and maybe it's just a bigger thing.
Interesting,
But
yeah.
a
Very
lot of
interesting.
people, it certainly must be something.
Sure.
That came in for Goldberg, and yes, he left 3 weeks ago.
Right,
and
right.
That's exactly when Finn came in.
Did they
so it's just-
did they stick around after he
I
left?
haven't gotten to talk to him, but they still talk wrestling.
I'm
but
very
they haven't-
curious, yeah.
I'll have to
Yeah.
update you guys.
'Cause
See if
it's-
there's enough to like
yeah.
keep them there
Yeah.
now that he's gone.
But he's a
Right.
guy that would pick up the pieces if they could, I don't know, just sell him a little bit better.
Right. Right. And so, hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, we'll all go home. We'll watch 24. We'll see how he comes out looking at the end of that. Because those are always really good. I remember everyone being kind of upset when Seth Rollins was coming back from his injury and that 24 special happened, and it made him look like the ultimate babyface that
yeah.
everyone should be cheering for. And then he came back.
And the crowds wanted to cheer for him.
wanted
You could
so
tell.
bad.
They wanted
Really
to.
did.
It was it was Triple H coming back from his torn quad. Like,
It's
like
a
he was.
beautiful day.
Yeah, he was a super heel. I thought that was his theme song for a while. I thought he was.
remember
I
that.
can't listen to any U2. Not just that song. Any U2 makes me think of Triple H.
Nice.
Which I don't know what that says about me.
Oh,
but
that song. Yep, that was his quads, specifically his quads.
but
theme.
like he left, like he was, him and Austin were top heels
Right.
at the time he got hurt,
Right.
and then people wanted to cheer him so badly, so they did. They were like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
Sure.
And then they turned him heel later. They did all that, but with Seth Rollins, it was almost that situation of like, we know better.
Yeah.
And then like a month and change later, they went ahead and did it anyway. So you
Right.
were just like, womp womp.
And I feel like I feel like it was kind of diluted by that
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
He didn't have that momentum of coming off and getting that big return.
You're all actually stupid. Like that's like how he tried to be a heel during that time. Then eventually they went, screw it.
It's
not gonna
almost
work."
like there's a little Pacino to it.
A little bit. That's it for the laugh.
But yeah, so that's Raw. We got 3 weeks left until Extreme Rules, so plenty of time.
And then
But
after that is what exactly?
it's a show that used to be called Bad Blood.
Yeah,
that's
but,
right.
but
Yeah,
what
that's
is it called now?
Yeah. I don't know, and nobody knows. It's a
Nobody
mystery.
knows?
Nobody knows.
They just debuted a new logo for that very show.
Did they?
Did
and
they?
it doesn't look any better.
No.
Does
I
it
mean-
look like it does in my mind?
Because the old one was pretty rough.
Is Sheamus on the cover, unfortunately?
No, but it does shake my nerves and rattle my brain.
No, it's not related to the song, is it?
How
No,
is it
not at
not
all.
related?
I mean,
That's-
right. So let's run down the card as we've got so far. We've got the tag team titles. Hardy Boys defending against Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't think we have a stipulation for that just yet. There we go. Jeff Hardy dance party. There we go. What else? We got Kendo stick on a pole
Splendid.
for the women's title
Yep.
between Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Awesome. We've got a Fatal 5-Way
Fatal Five.
for the #1 contendership.
First ever Extreme Rules.
First ever Extreme Rules Fatal,
Fatal
5.
Five-Way.
It's very specific criteria.
Yeah, they're reaching for some of those first evers on some
Yeah.
of this. Well, we've
Well,
had
that's like-
several Fatal 5-Ways.
That's like when they were building Charlotte's winning streak. It's like, she's undefeated in one-on-one matches on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, that's a very specific
That is
streak.
very specific.
They still killed that, didn't they?
right.
About a month too soon.
What else? What else do we have?
I think
That's
that's,
that's
all
official.
Is that
I think
it?
that's.
For right now.
I think so.
And then we've got the unofficial, possibly pre-show Gold Dust.
That's I'm thinking so. I'm thinking you're right. Yeah. It'll be a
Oh,
what's-up match.
Ambrose Miz.
Do we
The
have-
title
Oh,
contention.
that's
Oh,
right.
thank
That's right.
you.
There you go.
Yes,
there you
there
go.
we
There's
go.
one more.
It's the least extreme of
forget
all the
that
matches,
one.
so you can't even
That's
think
why.
of it, yeah.
Right.
It's an extremely long feud. It's extreme about that.
It has went over several brands,
Right.
a couple of millennia.
Goldust and Truth will be a what's up match where you have to make the other person say what's up.
Oh.
It's like I quit,
It's
but
like,
like,
yeah,
oh, what's up? Your what's up? Your what's up?
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Love that.
I do hope he busts out the old school gold and silver outfit, like he did in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yes.
I'd like to see some Shattered Dreams
Yeah.
come back.
Or,
There you
wait,
go.
isn't it Golden Globes? Or
It was
which way
later
did they
on.
change it?
It was Shattered Dreams at first, then it was Golden Globes.
Golden Globes.
Because they were like, people don't get that he's hitting them in the balls. We have to call it the Golden Globes.
Globes are like testicles. They're both round.
Shattered Dreams was a little too obscure.
Great globes of fun.
There you go.
Well,
Even that's better.
Oh no! Now I'm scared to see the logo.
One of my favorite, one of you, my favorite inside jokes is the California Raisins and WWE present WWE Heard It Through the Grapevine. And they just come out. Oh boy. Well, we got a long road to hoe. Long road to hoe.
Long road.
But on the SmackDown side, Backlash is happening pretty soon, so there's that.
Yeah.
We got that takeover.
Oh, that's
Takeover.
right.
That's
Take
right.
over Chicago.
Chicago.
There's
Good
a UK special this Friday.
Oh yeah.
There you
There
go.
is indeed.
Lots of good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good
like
weekend.
It's like AM PM. So much good stuff.
Exactly like
You
it.
know,
Yeah,
like the
like
convenience
the
store.
gas station.
You know, they have a catchphrase.
Cool. Learning.
Oh yeah, that is rough. That is rough.
So Mark's
Lord.
showing us the.
Balls of fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it up on the screen.
Okay.
Right? Can we? Yeah.
Can you make it smaller?
It looks like. What does it look like?
It looks like I just learned how to MS Paint and like.
It reminds me of like a bowling league.
There you go.
And
Ooh.
you know. And it's like,
But like
hey,
you're the-
I've
like
got,
the bad
I've got
boys
the
of
perfect,
bowling.
Yeah, it's like I've got the perfect emblem for us. My kid made it.
we bowl hard.
Yeah, she's real
All day, all
talented.
night. It's going on my 12-pounder.
All right, unfortunately, we can't get it up on the screen, but if the folks at home just search
Google
for
it.
Great Balls of Fire
Yeah.
logo,
Y'all
it'll be
clearly
great.
have the internet.
Consult Dr. Google.
I'm
He'll tell
gonna
you.
get it
Looks
as
like
a
a bowling
tattoo.
Safe search on.
I'm gonna get it as a tattoo, and y'all can see it next time.
There you go.
face
Just
tattoo.
committed.
We're gonna-
Yeah.
Just committed
Yeah.
to it.
And we're playing, but you know people are gonna get this as a tattoo.
Well, guys, that's our show. J-Lo, Johnny LaQuasto he'll be back. He may be back next week, maybe not. If
Let's
he's
see.
not, we'll hold it down.
They might want to keep him.
I
They might
mean,
wanna keep him.
he is the funnest of dads. I don't know
He
how many
really-
fun dads they have in Pakistan, but they might want to keep.
He
keep
could
hold of
also
him.
get confused at the passport station, and he may not get let back.
That's
in,
also
so-
it's also very
All
true.
possibilities.
It's also very true. But for now, Ryan Niemiller, thank you so much for joining
Absolutely.
us.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Where can our lovely listeners and viewers find you on the social media? once
Twitter,
again?
Instagram, PSN, Xbox Live at Cripple Threat 8.
There you go.
Not Cripple Threat 7. Screw that guy.
I destroyed him.
the most recent.
I beat him in Rocket League.
What have you
For
been?
the
You've
title.
been playing Rocket League?
No,
lately?
absolutely not. I've actually been playing Titanfall 2, and tonight, actually, I am starting Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
I got my Switch and then immediately put it in my car to move to California. So I have not even got to bust it open yet. So
That's
commitment.
right.
Yes,
I like it.
Link all day, every day.
There
absolutely,
you
it's gonna
go.
be nice.
Dale Rutledge.
Hey! Oh,
Where can they
leaving.
find you?
We're not
Yeah.
intro. And The Walking Dead.
We're talking Raw.
Like you're like
Company
yelling
from
at him,
Newark.
stop it!
Credentials out.
Dale Rutledge.
Thanks for having me on Raw Talk, guys. You can find me at The Walking Dead on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me on Fox Sports. We're the Wrestling Compadres. We're having an NXT special episode this week.
There you go.
And we have the Rooster Teeth guys coming in as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be a good week on the Compadres.
Fantastic. Markeia McCarty.
Yes, you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at Markeia McCarty. It's MarkeiaMcCarty. And I'll be on our sister network, Popcorn Talk, tomorrow. Marvel movie news at 2:30 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's very nerdy. Everything I do is nerdy. And then I'll be on Screen Junkies Movie versus Movie. I'll be doing that on Wednesday. And then Screen Junkies News the following Monday. So just a whole lot of nerd in my week.
So much happening. So
like
much
it.
happening.
That's a good week, he has me.
I like it.
I
The
like
more
it.
nerd I can get in my week, the better.
Guys, you can find me on all forms of social media at Ty Matthews PMA, including very, very soon, the soon-to-be returning Lucha Underground After Show on Thursday nights. It's coming up real soon. For anyone that came out to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood yesterday, including Ryan Niemiller, it was such a fun show. We're on the road to the red carpet. It's the ultimate thrill ride, I've been hearing. And it's...
Give me the green light.
and,
There's a super long ramp.
It's really it's a lot of fun.
There's a snake on it.
I got to, exactly. Someone rides a snake, it's a whole thing. I got to go in there, throw some suplexes, that felt real good.
Nice.
So if you're in the Southern California area, please come out. It's the second and fourth Sunday of every month, and it's completely free. It's right there on the beach. What more could you ask for?
You'll get to see me. I'm going to be a regular.
You can see Ryan Niemiller, the cripple threat himself.
Absolutely.
I'll
I'll give you a weird hug.
a weird hug.
Weird hug.
Those are the best kind.
We can have some boy chatter.
But guys, thank you so much. Remember, if you're on iTunes, download, comment, review, subscribe, rate. 5 stars if you're nasty. If you're on YouTube, leave us a comment, leave us a thumbs up. All that good stuff. Talk to us about what you would call the July pay-per-view. Because it's not Bad Blood anymore. I don't know if you heard, but I don't know what it's called now.
What's it called?
Guys, join us next week. We'll see you then. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.